Okay, so think about the last time you needed, say, a plumber or maybe someone to fix your internet connection.
Hmm.
Even if you find a few options, there's often that little bit of hesitation, isn't there? Like, are they actually reliable? Will they do a decent job?
Yeah, that hesitation is, well, it's pretty understandable.
Yeah.
And it points to a real problem we saw in the sources. A lot of consumers are just cautious about local businesses.
Why is that exactly?
It seems to stem from a feeling that there isn't much oversight, you know,
Yeah.
concerns about whether they'll actually deliver on what they promise, and that makes it tough even for the really good local pros to get new customers.
Right. And that's really what we want to dig into today. How can these local businesses, the good ones, build that crucial trust with people online? We've got a source, a blog post mainly, that has some interesting ideas.
It really does. And the core point it makes is pretty fascinating. It argues that many great local businesses aren't losing customers because their service is bad. Not at all.
So why then?
It's because they aren't effectively showing trustworthiness online. I mean, think about it. You could be the best gardener around, but if people searching online don't feel confident booking you, those real-world skills don't get a chance to shine.
That makes so much sense. The whole way we find services locally has just, well, it's completely changed, hasn't it? We're not exactly looking at flyers anymore.
Definitely not. The blog post really hammers this home. People today lean heavily on online info before they even think about picking up the phone or booking. They're digging around looking for reassurance.
Trying to figure out who they can actually rely on.
Precisely. And if you're someone looking for these services, understanding this shift is pretty fundamental.
Okay, so how do businesses actually bridge that gap, build that trust online? The blog post mentioned three key things. Let's start with positive reviews.
Yeah, positive reviews. It sounds simple, but psychologically, it's powerful. It's all about social proof, right?
Mhm.
We tend to trust things more if we see others have had a good experience.
Like validation from other customers.
Exactly. And the post specifically highlights the importance of verified reviews. That adds another layer, makes it feel more authentic, less likely to be faked.
Right, so genuine feedback is key. Okay, what was the second element? Trust badges. What are those about?
So think of trust badges as kind of like digital stamps of approval. They often come from third-party groups that have vetted the business somehow.
Vetted how?
Well, it could be industry certifications, consumer protection seals, things like that. The text we looked at even mentioned a specific consumer trust badge designed to boost confidence. They're basically visual cues saying, hey, this business has met some external standards. It reassures people who might be a bit wary.
Got it. A quick visual shortcut for credibility. And the third thing was a strong online presence.
Mhm. A strong online presence. The source didn't go super deep here, but generally it means making sure your information is easy to find and looks professional.
Like a good website.
You know, like a welcoming digital storefront. Is it easy to use? Does it clearly state services, maybe prices, contact info? It all helps build that initial confidence. A messy or outdated site can do the opposite.
So if we link this all back to those initial worries people have,
Yeah.
the lack of regulation, maybe bad past experiences, these online things, the reviews, the badges, the good website, they act almost like a substitute, like virtual vetting for consumers.
That's a great way to put it. Virtual vetting.
Yeah.
In a space where maybe formal regulation feels lacking, these online signals provide visible signs of reliability. They help lower that perceived risk for the customer.
Makes choosing feel a bit safer.
Definitely. It empowers people to make choices they feel better about.
And the blog post wrapped up with a really interesting point. Focusing on making this trust visible online means businesses can grow without just, pouring money into ads or slashing prices constantly.
Yes, that's such a crucial takeaway. It's not just about shouting louder. It's about building a solid, trustworthy reputation that naturally draws people in. It's a more sustainable approach, really.
So wrapping things up, the big message seems to be that building and showing trust online isn't just nice to have for local service businesses anymore. It's essential for actually succeeding today.
Absolutely essential. It directly tackles that nagging doubt, that hesitation we all feel sometimes when hiring someone new.
Okay, so here's a final thought to leave everyone with. Next time you find yourself searching online for a local service, maybe pause for a second. What specific online clues actually make you feel more confident about hitting book or making that call? Is it loads of good reviews, a particular badge, or just a really slick professional website? Thinking about what sways you might reveal a lot about the power of these trust signals.